Worldpool Day and Champions Day has finally arrived at Turffontein. Our destination is the Stand-Side track, and that's on the 6th of April 2024. We welcome all our international visitors who will be part of our Grade 1 segment, which involves 4 races, including the Derby and, of course, the return of the unbeaten Give Me Another. A reminder that you can get in touch with us on our X handle, and of course, that is also on our WhatsApp numbers. So without further ado, let's cross over to our Cape Town-based analyst, and that is Mr. Darren Barrows. Darren, very good morning to you, and a big day is upon us. It is 12 o'clock, the off time to that first of our 10 races.
Yes, good morning. A great meeting ahead of us. Let's start off in the first. I like this horse, Vibe SA. He showed ability in Durban, and it's his first run for Tony Peter. I think we're going to see a massive run, and this market support from 10 to 1 into 2 to 1 already.
Right, Mr. Marie, race number 1, not part of the exotics. We've got another one that has relocated to the Tony Peter stable. We saw VJ's Angel make the same transition and win by that 5.5 lengths. As far as you're concerned, race number 1, which way do we go?
Cecil, he happens to be my second choice, but I am in the camp of number 7 over here. So Seductive. Now, she is a filly. She gets her sex allowance, the 2.5 kilograms, and in her favor, she is peaking into this race. It's her third run after arrest, after an 8-month layoff. She's had 2 decent comeback efforts. I'm going for the 7 over the 1.
All right, let us confirm that it is Mr. Marie going with a win selection on number 7, So Seductive, third run after arrest. Johan Janssen van Vuren and Gavin Arena, race 1. Well, race number 2 will be the first of our grade features. This is a Velkebos Drift SA Fillies, the nursery over the 1160 scratches of 4. Great Fantasy, the stable companion, is still making the trip up from KZN. Mr. Burrows, Almond C looks to make it 4 from 4. Anything that can get in the way of that, sir?
Not really. Almond C, probably a 5-star bet, but I have got respect for Little Ballerina. I think if you're paying multiples, go place Little Ballerina. You're getting a better price than Almond C to win.
Right. Little Ballerina, that form line, a 1 stripe, I thought it would be further franked that was in a group of 3, but certainly Almond C does look a safe bipod banker, or do you disagree?
No, I'm confident in bankering number 2, Almond C, in the bipod over here, Cecil. You know, last time out, she wasn't stopping over the 1,000 meters. I agree, the field did cut up on that occasion, but her time was very, very quick. She actually had a quicker time than William Robertson, who ran in a grade 3 on the same day. So I'm of the opinion she will see out the 1160, and I am confident in bankering her in the bipod.
Well, you've been in great form. Let's go with the bipod. It is the 2 bankers, 2 by 7, and then a banker, the penultimate race, number 6. A quick reminder, our X handle is on screen as well as our WhatsApp number as we now progress to the second of our features. This is another nursery for the males, and of course we're looking at another unbeaten sort. Mr. Burrows, it is Pistol Pete who looks to make it a 4 from 4, and Mr. Calvin Abib looks to make it a 3 from 3 aboard Pistol Pete. Again, it's that same question I asked you in the preceding preview. Anything to get in his way?
I doubt it. You know, he's drawn hard up on the outside. He's going to have the run of the race. I think Pistol Pete, a 5-star bet. Include this into your multiples as he's very short. And Proceed will chase him home.
Proceed will chase him home. Mount Pinatubo caught everybody by surprise. You did make a mention the other day. Would you expect a bit more from Mount Pinatubo?
Absolutely, Cecil. I think this is a top horse in the making, number 6, Mount Pinatubo. If he's up to it over the 1160 against a horse like Pistol Pete, I'm unsure, but believe you me, he won't disgrace himself. Now, Pistol Pete, he had the fastest time on the day. It was quicker than the grade 3 winner, Mover and Shaker, and he carried more weight than Mover and Shaker. So heading into this race, confident in bankering number 7, Pistol Pete. I'll look at taking the exacta with Mount Pinatubo.
All right, Mr. Marie gives us a PA there, and there it is, banker the 7, Pistol Pete, and then he bankers the 6, which would be giving another. That will be the star attraction of the afternoon. 64 Rand is the outlay. It is the PA, starting with the running off the grade 2 Tab SA Nursery, and that's off at 1. Another grade two, and this will be the fourth of our 10 races locally here in South Africa. And race number 4, this is a grade two Tabsa White Stakes. It's over the 1400 meters and a dropper to that 1400 for the 7th Sandringham Summit. But number 8, Lucky Lad, is back, Mr. Burrows. Will that be a match race, or White Pearl has something to say about that?
No, I think it's a one-horse race, Sandringham Summit. You know, his 1400 meter form is superb. When he won on July Day, I think it was, he should have won going away by 3 lengths that day. The speed's going to be on. He'll be slicing through the field. And I'm very confident we're going to see Sandringham Summit back to winning ways.
Just a grade two, Mr. Marie, but certainly one of the highlights of the afternoon. I say this 10-runner field has got some stars in the making, 3-year-olds already. And, of course, the imported Mujbar makes that second local return. What is your outlook on race number 4?
Cecil, I'm in the camp of Sandringham Summit. I actually thought it was a cracking effort in the Classic. You know, he was just unfortunate in that he was out of his ground turning for home. If he was a little bit closer to the pace, I am of the opinion that he would have got there, because he got there and then he just faded out in the latter stages. Coming back in trip isn't going to be of any concern. It's actually going to be in his favour. White Pearl is my second pick, and I do have respect for her. Now, she should get the run of the race, and her latest effort, I think it was in the Sycamore, is no doubt her best effort to date.
Platina Princess came out of that form line as well to come through and win. That is the story of race number 4. It is the third of our Group 2 features, the Tab at the Hawaii Stakes over the 1400 meters. Bank at the 7th popular selection, as you heard from our selectors. Well, we've lost an important scratching in a race, and number 5. This will be the Oaks 2024, and that is number 6, Sukhumvit, who certainly would have been a major challenger. They have likely favour the 5 Francis Ethel. There will be new colours on a Saturday. But let's talk about the race itself. Mr. Burrows, will the Oaks winner, the trial winner, also win the Oaks? That is Francis Ethel?
Not for me. I'm not following that form line, you know. I thought she's got a lot to do to improve. I thought Silver Sanctuary will see out the trip, and she's top class. She's run off Beach Bomb, Give Me Another twice. I think she'll take a power of beating, and I think Let's Go Now will chase Silver Sanctuary home for second.
Okay, so that is a 1 from a 3, a definitive selection there. I take it you are in the same corner as Mr. Burrows. It has been knocking on the door, just certain Give Me Another has been in the way all the time.
Yeah, she's a bit unfortunate, this filly. It's the same could be said about Pablo Zita and Horse Chestnut.
Yes.
But yes, she does her best work late, and it looks like she's going to see out the extra. Cecil, I do have healthy respect for number 2, though, My Soulmate. Now, in the Guineas, there wasn't much separating the two of them. And then she just put in a below par effort. Now, take note, there is an equipment change. I think the cheek pieces go on. And, you know, she's related to the Kenilworth Cup listed winner, Salvatore Mundi, who won over 3,200. So I'm of the opinion she's going to see out the extra 1 and 2 to fight it out.
1 and 2, the one common denominator is the 1, and Mr. Burrows 1 and 3. Silver Sanctuary is a unanimous selection. That is race number 5, the Oaks 2024. All right, a reminder of our contact details. It is our X handle as well as our WhatsApp number currently scrolling at the bottom of the screen as we get into the first of the Group 1s. And this is going to be the much anticipated return to the track of the unbeaten from 6 outings, number 6, Give Me Another. Skipped the Oaks and has decided to go for this competitive Tab Emperors Club Stakes over the 1600 meters. Give Me Another, 6 out of 6. A regular partner is aboard, Mr. JP van der Merwe, Mr. Burrows. Anything you can add to it? The only dampener is that one of the owners, unfortunately, has logistical problems and may not make it from American time for the race. But what can get in the way?
Nothing really. You know, this filly is exceptional, and she can turn it on within a matter of strides. She'll take a power of beating. I've just included this horse Bavarian Beauty in the pick 6 with her, just in case, because she's going to get the run of the race, and she'll try and skip for home early and get first run on her. So 6 to beat 8.
Bit of a flat spot in the Classic, as JP alluded to, just as it came into the home straight, but the second request was met with decisiveness. And do you see anything getting in the way? Bavarian Beauty seems to be the likely danger for Mr. Burrows.
Yeah, I don't make any dangers, Cecil. I think it's a one-horse race. You know, she comes into this race so well in. I think she's £9 best in, which equates... No, sorry. Yes, 9 pounds, 4.5 kilograms. Now, if you recall last year, there was a 3-year-old feather boa who contested the Empress Club, and she wasn't well weighted whatsoever. And she put up a cracking effort against Desert Miracle. Yeah, this time round, we've got the 3-year-old that's best in. So I'm going for give me another bank in all bets.
Okay, so let's have a look at Darren's latest suggestion. It's a pick 3. He's banking the 6, and then he's got 4 horses by the 2 horses, and that's an outlay of 8 rand. Well, not for the first time do we talk about a former winner of the computer form sprint relocating to greener pastures. In this case, Isi Vungu from last year's edition won the race and has since relocated to the United States. Mr. Burrows, in race number 7, William Robertson was close up to Isi Vungu, and Evergreen William Robertson takes up its place. But will it be Dice once again, or will it be recent winner Thunderstruck to come through and win?
A very confident selection for me, Thunderstruck. You know, he's drawn hard up on the outside alongside Dice, but he's in cracking form. First run back in the province, I think he's so consistent up the straight, and I think he'll win. Dice just put a line through his last start. He was never traveling. He could bounce back, and you can't ignore the filly Golden Sickle. She's in hot form.
In for hot form indeed, since relocating to the Highveld, 4 runs over course and distance, and 4 victories and a couple of features along the way.
Yeah, Cecil, cracking win last time out, no doubt her best effort to date, and she comes into this race second best weighted, 1.5 kilos out with Dice. Now, last time out we played to beat Dice because it wasn't a suitable race for him, but he could have been prepping for the computer form sprint, so I'm willing to put a line through that. Not much separates in himself and Thunderstruck, and don't ignore William Robertson's chances. We have had some rain recently. This horse enjoys the sting out of the ground. He'll be doing his best work late, and the stable's turned in a big way. So I'm not heavily in either horse's camp over here. I make it a 4-corner contest, 1, 2, 3, and 12.
1, 2, 3, and 12 do include the Mudlark, as pointed out by Mr. Marie, and of course Mr. Burrows, the 3 Thunderstruck win bets. Well, one of the highlights of the afternoon will be the 2024 renewal of the Tab SA Derby, Grade 1 over the 2450, and it must be said, one of the best and most competitive fields we've had in a long time. The Derby trial winner was the 6 Marauding Horde. There was a lot of umming and ahhing, but eventually was decided to face up in race 8 of the Derby that is locally. Mr. Burrows, it is a competitive field. Where are your loyalties? I do believe there could be an upset here.
There could be a big upset here. You know, Purple Pitcher, obviously the horse to beat, and they say he's going to stay the trip, no problem. And if that's the case, you know, he's a tough horse to pass in the closing stages. Pure Predator's a big runner. I liked his run in the Classic. I think he'll be competitive. But I've given horses numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 chances.
Indeed, I am actually very much in your corner, but I don't know, Mr. Marie, are you in our corner or you are more affirmative?
Cecil, you know that if Purple Pitcher was trained by one of our best trainers in the country, he would be much shorter in the market. He's the best horse heading into this race.
No doubt.
And on ratings, he's clear, but those ratings were earned over distance shorter of this. So I do respect him. When he gets to the front, he settles and he's very courageous. And I'd love to see Mr. Stinky Poe have another Grade 1 winner. Cecil, but my first choice is number 6, Marauding Horde. I think he's crying out for the extra. I thought his latest win when they crawled was sensational. Marco van Rensburg has been around for years. He got off, he said this was his Group 1 material. So I'm going for the 6 over the 1.
All right, well, Darren has got a double for us. Daryl Rob, that is a 1 and 6 by 1 and 8, and starts with the Derby, a Grade 1 to be contested over the 2450. A special day indeed. It is the first Worldpools Day to actually be hosted on the Highveld. And of course, give us your thoughts after the big one on our X handle or on our WhatsApp number. Now, Mr. Burrows, this is a tremendous race to welcome the Worldpools to the Highveld. This is the Worldpools Premier Champions Challenge, a Grade 1 over the 2,000 meters. We've lost the Cape Town Raider number 6 without question, but we've got the recent Summer Cup winner. We've got the peaking and number 1, Dave the King. You could go on and on and on. The July winner, that is a Winchester Mansion. Where are your loyalties, sir?
With Winchester Mansion, the July winner, I think he's well in here. Summer Cup last time out, 4 lengths of Royal Victory and 4 kilos better off at the weights. If not in need of the run, that is the question mark. He'll take some beating. But I've got respect for Royal Victory, Son of Raj, and definitely Dave the King from a 1 draw.
All right, that is the question. If not in need of the run, Brett Crawford is on the high felt. We've lost without question. I don't know whether there was a pun there or what, but your loyalties in race number 9.
Cecil, you know this is a great one, and I always focus on horses that have the best preparations leading into a race like this. So 2 horses stick out for me. Dave the King and Son of Raj, they both had the same prep. Dave the King, don't worry about him seeing out the distance now. He now settles like a lamb up front. If he doesn't lead, litigation's going to go and he'll sit up second. Striker, handy on a horse that's extremely well weighted over here, will be right there at the finish. He even likes this thing out of the ground. But Son of Raj's latest effort in the horse chestnut caught my eye. Another horse that's had a great prep. I'm leaning towards Son of Raj over Dave the King.
That's it, Son of Raj over Dave the King, and it is, of course, a Winchester Mansion from Mr. Burrows, and there is a suggested bet in each way, and that's a good suggestion. 6 to 1 about at the moment about Winchester Mansion. It'll be a tremendous way to round off our meeting at Turffontein this coming Saturday. It's a 4 racing KOK Gold Cup. It's a listed event, and we've got the likes of the perfect course and distance performer number 1, Nebraska, with championship seeking Mr. Fourie, or should say record championship seeking Mr. Fourie. Aboard Nebraska, he's ridden it on 8 occasions for 4 victories and a couple of placings. Mr. Burrows, Nebraska feature in any of your calculations to race number 10?
He's got to have a chance, but he's not really at his best right now. I thought Crimson King was the value at 8 to 1. I know he's drawn out at 13, but over the 2,800, I'm not too concerned. The manner in which he won last time out, and on, I think it was July Day as well, seeing that he's back to best, I really think he's great each way value, Crimson King, for me.
All right, so we're going to have a look at that each way of value selection from Mr. Burrows. And for you, Mr. Murray, this is where we really like your crystal ball, and it actually has been a very, 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 very effective indeed. Where are we going to look at?
Yeah, Cecil, I'm not too confident heading into the last race. All I can say is it should be testing 28.50, because we have had some recent rains, and a horse
could
like
have rain on the afternoon.
Yes, and a horse like Positive Attitude comes into this race only with 50 kilograms to shoulder from a neat draw in good form. I won't read too much into the ratings over here. All I'm saying is he's got a lot in his favor. He stays all day, and he should fill a trifecta position here at least. Number 14, Positive Attitude.
Positive Attitude should continue on its merry way. We'll be looking for that 3rd win on the bounce, and overall a 5th winner from only 16 outings. Crimson King is a suggested each way selection from Mr. Burrows, and that could be the icing on the cake on a feast of racing at Turffontein Racecourse, 6 April 2024, the first Worldpools Day on the Highvelds.